It's windy. Hey guys, so Thursday today, which means vlog day. I literally just went through my comments on like all the previous late night talks vlogs and tried to find something that kind of resonated with me, because I usually ask you guys to comment and ask, and if there's anything you want me to talk about, you can put it in the comments. And there's a bunch of stuff, but I think one thing that really I kind of wanted to talk about today is inspiration for my music, because I think it's a question that I get asked a lot, and I probably really only give like a bit of the answer, I think, most times, because it's something that I feel like as an artist you can kind of just be like, oh, you know, I'm inspired by this and life and whatever, and you can just say that because you don't really know, because it's a hard question to answer truly, but I kind of want to dive into it a little bit. So first of all, I'm leaving in about a week I have a show in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania at HMAC, and then I leave for the UK, and actually, the first show is in Belgium, so it's Europe and UK with Bry on the 7th of November, and I've been practicing my live set. I have all my gear, everything I need. My backing tracks are pretty much ready to go, and my acoustic guitar sounds beautiful, and it's going to be really fun. So link is below, it's all the dates and the tickets if you can check that out. And then, yeah, I'm trying to do these vlogs in like a different spot every time, and they're never at night. I really need to do a night one because they're called late night talks, but I started that as the, you know, the name of the series, so I figured I would keep it. That's freaking windy. Okay, so inspiration. What is it? What does it mean? When I create something, I'm disconnecting from reality. Like for a little bit, it's like, have you ever been in a car and like you're driving or like anything, and you just completely for a little bit like zone out, like you're totally somewhere else, like and then you wake up, or like someone like says something and you kind of pop back, like, do you know what I mean? Like it's like daydreaming. It's that same kind of feeling. It's like for a little while I'm just in this other space, like that you can't really get. I can't be like, I want to get to this place, I'm gonna get there. It just kind of happens, and I think a lot of kind of what I tried to do for myself, and I've always kind of tried to do ever since I was like around 16, when I kind of discovered meditation and discovered, I don't know, just kind of started to realize like there's more to me than just like, I'm Brighton, that's my name, I do these things, and I have a body. Like there's more than that, and I think that's the more I kind of question and like continuously remind myself that like, dude, no matter what you end up believing, you never will be able to know truly the complete truth for a fact about your existence or about this reality. No matter what we believe, no matter how certain we are, there's no way we can prove anything. We just can't. I mean, you can prove it to our standards as humans, but that does not mean whatsoever that it's true. Like, the more that I keep thinking of those things, like the more I feel like I kind of lift myself away from reality, and the more I kind of ask those kind of questions all the time to myself, and like I'm constantly thinking about those things, the more I feel like I live in that space on a daily basis, instead of just like when I go to meditate or when I try to. It's like my mind is constantly kind of up there, and I feel like those kind of questions and that kind of feeling of like there's more, because I just always have this nagging feeling of like there's more than this. Like this doesn't make sense to me. This doesn't fulfill me. This doesn't give me an answer. Like how the fuck do I exist in the first place? Like yeah, we can try to figure out this life and try to figure out the things in this life, but what about the fact that like I'm able to control this machine? Because really it's like your mind controlling your body. Like it's not really you. You think like, I want to move, and you move. Like you're controlling it with something from some other place. And same with everything in your life. It's almost like playing a video game. Like I seriously, like I just feel like every day I see there's so many similarities of like if we would create a video game, how if we were the video game and something else created us, how similar it is. You know what I mean? Like I'm always thinking about that. I'm not saying that's, you know, exactly how it is or whatever, but I think intention is so powerful, and this will come full circle about the inspiration for my music. I guess what I'm saying is I believe that we have so much power inside of us, and it's so easy to forget it. It's so easy to get absorbed in life and all the stuff that we're taught we got to do, and the media and all that shit, the shit that like we're just bombarded with every day, which I feel like is part of the challenge. And part of existing is getting through that. It's not just there for no reason. I feel like it's something that you can actually use to teach you and build your character and build yourself to be stronger, if you can kind of find a way to navigate through all that stuff. But I think intention is everything. It's like for me, it's like my purpose, what I want to do here on this earth is be an artist and create things. And that's my intention. That's deep-rooted, something I decided a long time ago. And that's something that I'll wake up every single day, and that's my intention for the day, no matter what it is. Like, that's just a deep-rooted feeling. And I feel like because I have that, I feel like I open myself up to ideas and, you know, the creations to come and flow through me, because I could try to tell you for hours how to write a song and how to structure it. So I just want to make sure this is still filming. But that would never truly answer it, because it's not, I believe it's not something that I consciously do. It's not something that I'm like, oh, I came up with this, I created this. To me, it's like that already exists somewhere. That song, the song that is going to be created, is already created somewhere, and I have to be the tool for it, you know. And I think once you kind of look at it that way, you kind of see things differently. Same with, I think same with really any art. I think it's like it's a piece of something that wants to express itself, you know, and you need to allow it to. And it's like the song, the album, the music video. It's like that's all something that becomes a physical manifestation of that creative energy for other people to experience and for other people to feel something. And it's like, what you're doing is you're taking something from a place that you can't see or touch or feel or understand. You're bringing it into our reality. You're giving it to someone to experience, and then by that, they go to that place, because the things that happen in our mind, the things that we feel when we watch a video or hear a song, like, they're not things that you can touch, you know what I'm saying? So you really give, like, it's almost like a doorway, if that makes any sense. So I feel like it's a very spiritual thing. It's a very magical thing. And that's why I just feel like most of my songs come at like 3 a.m. You know what I mean? Like, they just come when I'm like the other day, I was sitting on the couch, just to give you an example of how my songwriting works most of the time. I was laying on the couch. I was like pretty late. I wasn't gonna go to bed. I was watching Netflix, literally. And I just had this like crazy pull to like, I need to get up and I need to plug in my electric guitar. Like, I didn't want to, because I had to set it all up, and I was just like, I'm so tired, I just want to chill here. But I was like, I kept getting this nagging feeling of like, I need to plug it in. So I set my stuff up, I plugged it in, and I played this thing, just like all one take. All one take, I played something, and then this amazing song happened. Like, that whole night I was up and I just finished this song, and now it's the song I'm going to use on my next tour to open with. It's called Time, and it's just probably one of the coolest songs I've ever made. And like, if I had to just ignored that, I would have just gone to sleep and woken up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to and you can feel those things. You have a gut. There's a gut feeling in everybody, and it's really easy to ignore it, because we want to go with like the things that are most logical, and, you know, the things that are in our heads. But if you trust that, like, it will lead you some crazy places. Like, every time I haven't trusted that in my life, shit has gotten fucked up. And every time that I do, something good happens. Every time. And sometimes it's hard to discern what it is, or which, you know, if it's real or not. But I think you always kind of know. And I feel like words are really just a way to try to explain things. But if words didn't exist, what would we have? We would have instinct, and we would, you know, if our thoughts weren't made of words. Like, let's say words didn't exist. How would we think? You know, what would it be like if there was I don't know, like, think of stuff like that, like how superficial all that stuff is, and there's so much beneath that. And I feel like that's kind of where creation comes from. And to me, it's like the way that we, you know, if you hear the word God, I know for a fact you already have a bunch of thoughts. You already have a bunch of preconceptions of, this is what you see God as, because we grow up in a world of religion, and we grow up in a world of like, there's this idea of God, and this word has so much power. But to me, it's like, dude, God in most religions, the way that we probably see it, is some crazy being that created everything and is perfect and can do all these crazy things. But yo, what do we do every day? We create stuff. You know what I mean? Like, even if you make a sandwich, dude, you're creating something. If you write a song, you're creating something. Like, you can take things from a different place. You can think things and you can bring them into reality. Like, to me, that's like, we're creators also. You know what I mean? And I think once you can realize that and cast aside all the bullshit that society says about it, and people would look at you and say you're crazy, you know, we're all like locked in our heads. And once you can realize that that's actually not the way that it's supposed to be, and you can step outside of that and be like, you know what? Actually, all the people who don't believe all this shit and think that this is all there is, and there's just this physical world where we're just kind of pass through it and we do this stupid shit like work a 9 to 5 and then we die. Like, dude, no, we're fucking put on this earth. How cool is that? Like, no, I want to explore this life. I want to explore my mind. I want to not do all the shit that people say that, because where's the logic in that? Like, where is it a rule that we have to do those things? So it's just because that's what we're taught, what we're taught to believe. So I've always kind of like made sure to keep myself out of that. Once I started to be able to understand how to mentally, it kind of manifests in your life. So it's like I get to wake up now every day, every single day, no matter what, and not have to go to a 9 to 5 and be able to create music and share it with people. And that's not just like an accident. It's not something I haven't like had to try to mentally build, you know. And I wouldn't have the life that I do if I hadn't have just like made sure to always listen to that deep-rooted feeling of like, no, this is what you need to do. Because you can consciously decide to go against it, and we've all done that. I've done that. But if you truly just listen, you know, you can find what you need, and the things that you need will come to you if you truly listen. And I think that kind of comes back to inspiration, if that makes sense. That's kind of probably my best description I'll ever give of it, because it's not something that, like, I see a tree and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna write about that tree. It's just like, inspiration to me is existing, and inspiration to me is being alive and being in this reality where, like, it's so insane. It's like so complex, and there's so much going on, and like there's just it's infinite, you know. And that to me is inspiring. And it's like I just want to like keep creating stuff and just like, you know, see what cool things can be made, because really it's like a song. Like, every song that I make is completely different than any other song that anyone's ever made. You know what I'm saying? Like, in every song, in every creation, no matter how similar it is to something, if you make it, it's completely unique. And even a sandwich, if you make a sandwich, it's completely unique. Like the bread, the banana, whatever you put on it, there's no other sandwich like that. And to me, it's just like so cool to be able to actually do that. It's like I'm creating something new all the time, and it's like that energy is when I put that into songs and I put that into videos. You can put that into anything, and I kind of just think it's the same energy. It's just like life wanting to express itself through you and create more of itself, you know. And that's kind of the way I look at it. So I'm gonna end it there, because I feel like I've come to the end of the road of what I can say about that. Hopefully that made sense, and gives you a bit of insight onto how I think and what I do. Thank you for watching. Next Thursday there will be another one. By next Thursday I will be in the USA, so I'll probably make it before I leave, just so I have it. But I've been doing pretty good. I've been doing great with making these every Thursday, which has been awesome, or every week. And I'm going to keep it going. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to check out my tour dates with Bry in the UK and Europe. And new music will be coming soon. I'm releasing... Oh yeah, I got to talk about this. I'm releasing a new music video on Halloween for my cover of The Hanging Tree from Hunger Games. And to everyone who's voted for me to play Warped Tour, thank you so much. I'm DMing people a link to the studio version. I'm just going to start DMing a link to the music video, actually, because we finished it. So if you vote for me to play Warped Tour 2018 and post a screenshot on Twitter, Instagram, whatever, I'm doing everything I can to get through as many as I can every day. So I'll be DMing a bunch of people the link to the music video as soon as it's uploaded. And if I haven't gotten to you yet, just keep bugging me. And yeah. So anyway, thank you guys so much. Talk to you soon. Stay cozy. See you next week.